And back with the answer to so many questions about pruning is Larry Caplan. Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year. It's so exciting to finally get through with 2022.
Aren't we ready? And looking ahead. When Larry and I were just talking before we came on the air, so often if you're a homeowner, and I have done this myself, I go buy the boxwood or whatever it is and I put it where I want it, and I have no idea what I'm really supposed to do with it besides put it in the ground and put water on it. We need a tutorial.
Exactly, and that's kind of how I've set up my business with Caplan's Tree and Landscape Consulting. I will basically come out and walk the property for a customer. Most customers have lots of questions, but as I'm walking, I will usually say, oh, hey, you probably didn't notice, but that's a problem right there. And because there's a lot of things I've picked up over the decades, everybody has their specialty. Some people are great doctors, some are great insurance salespeople, and I'm a horticulturist.
Right.
So
that's your thing.
I don't cross lanes. I don't tell you how to medically treat yourself, but I'll tell you how to take care of your plants.
Well, and I know people appreciate that because we really are woefully ignorant most of the time of what we need to do. And to the topic, we know we need to prune something sometime. So right. What do you want the viewers to know today?
Okay, well, first, I want to show that first picture. One of the plants that I like the most are Japanese maples. They are one of my favorite plants. They are gorgeous. One thing I need to warn people about, there's like 300 different types of Japanese maples.
Wow.
Some of them are short and rounded like this picture here, but there are others that are considered Japanese maples that can get 25 feet tall and about as wide. And one of the big problems that I see is people put the wrong plant in the wrong location. If I look at the next slide here, again, this is just a nice one, but you can see how these spread out.
It's beautiful. I see why you like it.
This is the way it wants to grow. But I've seen people plant these very large plants against the sidewalk, against the window, and when it starts coming into full beauty like this, it's suddenly creating problems, and so it needs to be pruned. Now, here's an example of what not to do.
Oh, my goodness, okay.
Yeah, now this, I guess they wanted the boxwoods to be visible. Personally, I would have yanked all the boxwoods and kept that Japanese maple.
It's very Dr. Seussy.
If you think that's bad, this next picture, I remember the Three Stooges?
Yes, it's Moe's hair.
Moe's haircut, yeah. This is not the way to treat Japanese maples or weeping cherries or any of these other plants. And so that's why I encourage people, if you have a plant and if there are problems, it's eating the sidewalk, it's blocking the window, please call me in before you destroy the plant. This plant here, right now, the only thing we can do is one more pruning cut right at ground level.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we start over. And these plants are expensive. I don't want to see people do that. So this is why I do winter pruning. And we were talking about timing before. I like my plants to be fully dormant before I start pruning. That's why I don't do any pruning in the fall, because those cuts that we make don't seal over properly because of the cold weather. And we wind up with big decayed areas on the stems. So I normally do my pruning starting in January, February. And with the cold spell we've had, not just the cold snap, but the prolonged cold we've had over the last few weeks, I think a lot of our plants are in dormancy. And so I'm going to be kicking off my pruning probably about the second week of January this year. And so if people do have shrubs, ornamental plants, they can call me and I would be glad to come out, give them a quote, and do the work. I don't climb big trees. I don't do that kind of pruning, but I do the fine, delicate pruning on these beautiful ornamentals.
Good thing to know. We'll be back with more with Larry right after this, so don't go away.